Hey guys, welcome to Washington Park for Mr. Kevin Stemmerstein craft today. It's a super easy one. Just got a couple of things to make an awesome, simple craft. Now, this craft is going to sound easy, but I'm going to show you a couple of tips to really make something that flies. Now, a paper airplane is something that I'm sure we've all tried to make. But how good is your paper airplane usually? Nah. So I got a couple of tips today to help us make an exceptional paper airplane. And the best part about this one is that we are going to experiment and make maybe 4 or 5, 6 paper airplanes, adjusting them just a little bit each time to make a better flyer. So I will show you a couple of these tricks to make something that really takes off. And I'm super excited about it. How are you today? Yes. So let's go over what we'll need today. So I have one broadsheet, okay, so one large piece of newspaper. I got a marker. You don't need a marker, but I always like to have one in case when I draw a little on the airplane, but I'm also going to highlight some of the areas that we're going to work on. I always have a ruler when I'm doing my crafts. Got some tape and something extra. I got 2 different paper clips. I got a large paper clip and a small paper clip. As you can see, they're different sizes, and different sizes make them, yes, different weights. Okay, so that'll come into play with how we make our paper airplane. So first, let's go over how we're gonna fold it and cut it. So take our full-size newspaper, we're gonna tear it down the middle. Okay, just like so. Okay, so now we have 2 full sheets. Now we're going to fold this one. We're just going to use one at a time. Let's get some of this excess out of the way. Now, we're going to fold this all the way up to the top, just like that. Okay, fold it and then crease it. Okay, so now we have 2 completely different, not completely different, completely the same squares. Then we're going to fold it over again. And then this is where our ruler comes in handy. We could cut it, but we are going to use our ruler to get a nice straight edge. So let's do that. Put the ruler on the edge. All right, there we go. Pretty nice straight edge there. Okay. Now, we're going to take it, okay, so this is the top, this is the bottom, and we're going to fold it this way in half. Okay, and then we're going to crease that middle. Okay, so now we have 2 even halves to work with, and then we're going to fold it, make a triangle at the top. We're going to fold the top corner into the middle. Okay, I bet this is looking similar to most of the paper airplanes that you've done before. All right, do the second side. Okay, lining it up, matching it up, and then creasing it. Okay, so we got a nice, simple triangle there. Now, we want to take this and then fold it again, going to the middle. Okay. Now, many times people like to make a paper airplane and they kind of go kind of quick. Just want you to just take your time, take a deep breath in between each fold, line up the folds, and make the creases nice and sharp. Okay, this is your paper airplane. We want it to look good. Okay, there we go. All right. I'm going to fold this over like this, and then do one flat there. Let's tear off this little extra here. Okay, so there we go. Right? Go with the front, back. Then we're just going to fold it over. We're going to do about 2 fingers. We're going to do 2 fingers here, just like this. 2 fingers, and then that's where I'm going to fold down. Okay. Okay, so you fold this side down like that, And then you just want to match it on the other side. Okay, so match the wings, and there you go. Now that's a basic paper airplane. But now what are some things that you can do to make this fly better? Well, first thing we can do is we can add fins, okay, wing tips, okay? So now sometimes it's like this, and we're looking, see how these points are a little bit below the middle? We always want the wing tips to be higher than the middle. So we want these up. So that way we're going to do just a little bit of a fold like this. Now here I'm folding it even with the bottom, if you can see that. So then when I do the other side, you can see what I mean. Okay. Okay, so there we go. See those? These are going to make a big difference in your flying. And if you look at these are higher than the middle. You always want the wingtips higher than the middle. And that'll give you a much better flight. Now, one thing, if your plane is nose diving, which happens often, you reach up and you really throw it, and it just goes crash lands. Now, what can we do without that? So this is where I'm going to highlight these flaps here. So I will draw a quick little picture here on these flaps here. Okay. Okay, so can you see those flaps there, here and here? So now what we want to do with those is we just want to angle them up just a little bit, just like this. Grab them, gently hold it, and just do this. So that little bit right there, that's going to create a little bit more lift. So your plane won't go down, it'll go up. And so that's what we want to do, is we want to do a little bit of an adjustment here, a little bit of an adjustment here. All right, and then that will help us really take off. All right, so adjustment here, adjustment here. Now, what are some other adjustments we can do? Well, we can take our paper clip and add a little weight to the front. Okay, so we do this, bend these up for a little height, and then a little weight in the front will keep it steady. Okay, or we can do a little bit more weight, like this. Okay, and again, this is why you do make multiple paper airplanes, is to test ways out. So try a small paper clip, try a big paper clip, angle these up a little, angle these up a lot, make these taller or shorter, but do all sorts of variety of things with the wingtips, and you'll get a different flight every time. And if you do it enough, you will be able to make a plane that travels further and farther and faster than ones that you made before. Another thing you could do is also get a piece of tape, and you could tape this closed right here. You notice that, and then that'll keep the plane tight and together. Try it that way. Try it with the tape, try it without the tape. Try it with the paper clip, try it without the paper clip. Bending the back fins, these here, bend them up, bend them down. Make the wingtips bigger, taller, or shorter. All these different things will give you a different flight every time. And if you keep practicing, I bet you'll make the best paper airplane that you've ever made before. So again, remember, we can adjust the weight in the front, we can adjust the closure here, we can adjust the rear wing tabs here, and we can adjust the side wing tips here and here. You can make them taller or shorter. All these little differences will make a really wonderful paper airplane. So you got tons of newspaper at your disposal. Why don't you make up 4 or 6 different ones? They don't take long. We did this in under 5 minutes. Super, super easy. And test them. Keep practicing. Do some experiments. Maybe even keep some notes. What works best for you? What works best for your airplane? And that's it. Paper airplanes. Thank you so much for joining me today. Mr. Kevin here with our Stemmer Steam Craft. Nice simple one today, paper airplane with some minor adjustments to make a really good flight. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget Miss Amy on Thursday at 6:30. And don't forget to check out all of our Providence Community Library YouTube channel makers. And they'll make some wonderful videos, whether it's story times or craft times. Go check them out at PCL YouTube and enjoy. And when you get down, get creative. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy the spring weather. I hope it's nice wherever you are. Thank you. Bye now, guys.